welcome to Not in Shawcope, which is the podcast where myself, Darren Jones, him over there, Mr.
Well, I'm Mary, quite contrary.
Oh.
Before you even ask, I haven't even got a fucking garden.
I'm Sky Hamster.
Oh, Sky Hamster. Yes, I see what you did there. Yeah, that's good. Yeah. See, I keep forgetting to give myself a stupid fucking name when I start off, don't I? Anyway, I'm not going to do it now at the spite. I'm Darren Jones.
Yeah.
And if you think that's silly, then that's your problem. Now, so, Not in Shawcope, where we take themes or films made on the same theme as what we discussed in our other show, in Shawcope, and have a look at them. So,
but basically what we did, we take in Shawcope and put not in front of it.
That's
exactly
right.
That's fucking clever, isn't it? I think we can agree.
And then we talked about off-brand films, right? Like not the main, like
Little Shaw.
Yeah,
exactly. Yeah. So it's like this is the Colin the Caterpillar of the Shaw world.
Hi.
Oh no, not Colin. No, Colin the Caterpillar.
Who the fuck is Colin McCaterpillar?
Right. Okay. There was a lawsuit in the UK recently, where M&S, Marks and Spencer's, made a caterpillar cake that lots of kids like to have for their birthday. And it's basically a Swiss roll covered in chocolate.
Made from caterpillars?
No, it's shaped like a caterpillar.
Oh, right.
And it's got a little face on it and antennae.
Oh.
And it's called Colin the Caterpillar. And Aldi nicked their design and called it Cuthbert the Caterpillar.
Better name.
And they got sued. And if I'm not mistaken, Aldi won. So I think they're still allowed to do Cuthbert.
All right.
Yeah. So anyway, we are the Cuthbert the Caterpillar of the Shaw Brothers.
We are both
world.
Colin and Cuthbert, right?
Yes, we are.
Yes.
We are. We're like a human centipede, but caterpillar cakes.
So what are we spinning off from then, Darren?
Well, we had a look at the Lotus lamp.
Marks and Spencer's made a film called The Lotus Lamp.
Colin the Red Lotus, they called him. Colin the Lamp.
No, sure, Larry the Lamp.
Lamp, you would hope.
Oh, Larry the Lamp. Yeah, okay. So last time in Shawcope we watched the Lotus Lamp from
Linda Lindai playing.
Well, sort of.
Yes. And a few Bela Lugosi's hiding around.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. So we watched the Lotus Lamp, and we also watched a little while back. We watched the trilogy of films around the burning of the Red Lotus temple.
Wang Yu.
Yeah, Crybaby Wang Yu. Yes.
Yeah.
But pretty cool Scarlet Maid in that set.
Hell yeah. So we are now spinning off of that and doing the Magic Lamp from Cathay MPGI from 1964.
Motion Picture and General Investors.
That's it. Snappy title.
Yes.
You need Shaw Brothers when you've got Motion Picture and General
Investors.
Company
That's such a great
Limited
name for a
Yeah. So we got that, and then spinning off from the Red Lotus stuff, we've got Story in Red Temple Lily from 1976 and Red Lotus Temple on Fire from 1982.
Yeah, I can see how the 82 film is spinning off. I have a harder time parsing exactly how the 70s film is, other than somebody dressed in red. But maybe you guys could see more connective tissue than I was able to.
Not really.
Well, I'm your connective tissue man, as you know, but
yes. Then nobody can connect tissues together like Clive.
No. I am the fuser.
It's an excuse to do some mad Taiwanese fucking laser beams.
Yes.
In the Red Lotus Temple.
Yes.
That's it.
This is true. Yeah.
That's what they do.
I do like a big giant stuffed bird that you can just ride on that makes an airplane noise when it comes in. Yeah,
that's good.
Well, we're getting ahead of
we want to talk about the Magic Lamp.
Magic Lamp, yes.
Yes. So black and white.
Yeah, looking quite nice. Five fucking directors.
Yeah, five directors,
including Lowe, who's in it.
Yeah, and that's a weird thing because I tried to look this up, thinking, is this a troubled production? Is it an anthology? Did it have five directors because it was some sort of anniversary or charity project? Couldn't find
very
anything.
Lazy directors, maybe.
Yeah.
Because the thing is, it doesn't look. It looks totally of a piece, doesn't it?
Yeah, seamless.
Yeah, it's
you
not,
never get, and it doesn't seem like a troubled production to me.
No, and it's not such a elaborately huge production where there's a crew shooting in this country. You know, nothing like that.
Right. Yeah,
it's all in the studio.
Quite minimal.
Yeah.
So I don't know why they needed five directors. Yeah, I was thinking the same thing. That like a little bit later on, occasionally, Hong Kong they'd make like these benefit films, wouldn't they?
Yeah, like Shanghai 13 or something like that.
Yeah. So I thought it might be something like that. If they had that tradition going back to the 60s and motion picture general investment, they decided to, I don't know, get someone out of jail or something. And they all bandied together to do like a charity production. But it doesn't seem to be, does it?
No. Yeah, so I think that will be forever a mystery.
Unless someone knows.
Yeah, please tell us if you know.
Drop it in the comments.
I like how you said that as if, drop it in the sea of comments that we have.
Yeah, we'll try to get to it. But,
yes.
There are so many.
I gave myself a hernia carrying our mail bag in earlier.
That's it. Yeah. That's it. Did you know I had a hernia a couple of years ago?
No. Well done.
I had a hernia. I gave myself a hernia.
Removed?
No, it just went away.
I might possibly actually as well. I've definitely had something that felt like it pushed out and I had to take my thumbs and push it back in my lower stomach kind of region.
You weren't pregnant, do you?
Don't think so, no. But my dad recently had the full surgery, had to have the little piece of gauze and all that. Oh no, sorry, he had some special fancy gauzeless version. It worked out for him. Anyway. Back to the magic lamp.
Brilliant little hernia break there.
There we are. See, what we're doing is we're making ourselves human. So so that our highbrow analysis of these cinematic marvels.
We don't alienate people.
No, exactly.
No. You want to be approachable.
That's it. So
we are fallible.
Exactly.
We seem infallible.
But, easy mistake to make.
I spilt a little bit of coffee earlier.
Did you? Yeah, that's it.
Doesn't happen often.
No.
But
Yeah.
We're just like you.
Sometimes I put the mic on silent and do a really loud fart during the podcast.
Is that true?
No, not really.
That's a shame. I was hoping that was true.
I probably have done. Yeah, I will have done that.
The thing is, you'd mute him and we could see the curtains flitter.
Or like and you kind of lean over to kind of...
Yeah, just...
Yes, here we go. Yeah, at some point during today's podcast, Darren might fart. And if you can spot it, send us the timestamp.
Yeah.
And you can win. Darren can bottle one of them and send it.
He put it in a little Tupperware.
Yeah, I'll put it in a Panda Pop bottle.
Yeah.
And I'll mail it to your country of choice.
You can.
There you go. You lucky people.
Yes. So, magic lamp.
This is good though, this filler, because I don't know if I actually have that much to say about the magic lamp, because it's good. I would say.
Yeah, I struggle to make notes on it because
it's so close to
It's just and all three are pretty close to each other.
Yeah, I suppose it's worth mentioning. I suppose the big name in it is Grace Chang, isn't it? The pop star plays the goddess. I'm quite a big fan of I quite like some of her records as well, I have to say.
Okay.
Because she's the one, isn't Grace Chan who does that song. It was in that Taiwanese film, The Hole, kind of brought it back into. It's like a hit from the 60s. I'm forgetting what it's called. It's a brilliant song. I think that's Grace Chan.
Okay.
Stick a link in the comment section there, Clive, underneath, amongst all the other stuff.
I might get lost. That's the thing in the mix.
Yeah.
I like this a lot. In fact, I like this more than the Linda Lindai. I think it avoids most of the missteps that version has. I think the relationship is much more age appropriate between. We don't have that massive age gap, and we don't have anyone ridiculously aged up who's like 16, aged up to look like they are supposed to be.
It's not got Cheng Pei Pei in the stupid fucking beard.
Great beard, yes.
Although that is also one of the main reasons I will watch the Lotus Lamp again.
Sure. And actually, I think this film's really interesting because have we seen this before where a character begins the film played by somebody of one sex, and then at a certain point when they're aged up, they're suddenly played by a different sex, right? I thought that was kind of cool that they obviously didn't consider that would be an issue for a Chinese audience in 63, that you'd roll with the fact that like, okay, that actor is a man now, but clearly was a woman before.
I think that's just the tradition. I think that's just the cinematic tradition we're in.
So if it's a younger male part played by a woman, if it's an older male part played by a man.
The one thing it is missing though, it doesn't have a bunch of blokes jumping in a cauldron.
Yes, actually wrote that on the end note. That's one of the things, and their version of Skydog is not a patch on the Skydog in the Linda Lindai version.
That's a ropey fucking Skydog costume.
Yes,
although not quite as ropey as
the one in the other.
Yeah.
Which looks like a dead fox that's stretched over the actor.
Yeah. Now, in the Lotus Lamp, I was struggling to remember this. In the Lotus Lamp, because I've been trying to read around this mythology as well, so outside of the films. I've not found an awful lot, although apparently the tale does originate in the Journey to the West stories.
Okay.
Apparently that's where it comes from. And fun fact, the sage that in all three films the kid goes to see to get either the magic axe or the magic powers. In the story, that's Sun Wukong. That's Monkey King.
Oh.
I haven't read the story.
Right.
But I read about the story. And apparently that's the Monkey King in at least one version of the story.
Interesting.
I don't know where I was going with that, but sorry. That was my question. So in the Lotus Lamp, he doesn't actually split the mountain, does he?
No, I don't think.
She's buried under the mountain, isn't she?
Yeah. But according to the story, this magic axe is the big thing, and splitting the mountain in half is the big thing, and that's an etymology of this particular mountain in China.
Is it the magic axe from fantastic old computer game Golden Axe?
It might be.
Oh, I'd forgotten about Golden Axe.
That's a fucking good game, that is.
That was a great game.
Well, we say that.
You could throw a potion and then a big fucking dragon would come down and blow up all your enemies.
The thing is, we say that and we all have our memories of Golden Axe. But I can guarantee you, if we go on YouTube now and look at it, it's going to be
No, I think
you might be wrong.
Don't do it, just in case.
I also think it was easier than most. Like, you could get a lot further on 20p than you could.
Yeah, Golden Axe was a piece of piss.
Like, I remember going and playing with friends like you.
Oh, you're talking arcade Golden Axe?
Yes. Oh, yes.
Because
I had it on the console. I had it on a Sega, as well as playing it in the arcade.
Oh, because I'm thinking of the what was it on? Was it the Commodore 64 Spectrum? I think.
No, that's after. Golden Axe is after.
No. Are you thinking of the one
48K.
like Barbarian, where you'd spin around with this, like you could do the cool thing?
Flying neck chop.
I might be thinking of Barbarian.
You might be thinking of Gauntlet. I reckon you're thinking of Gauntlet.
No. Gauntlet, I know. Gauntlet is the from
Four
above.
player.
Yeah.
No, because
I think you're thinking of Barbarian.
Gauntlet.
I think you're thinking of Barbarian, which I liked a lot, but I don't know how that would hold up to nowadays. But
No. Golden Axe Spectrum.
Weird.
Oh, was it? Okay.
Yeah, 1990. Fuck, they were still making Spectrum games.
In the 90s.
Well, funny enough, I watched an hour and a half documentary the other night about the Spectrum.
Mm-hmm.
It's on Amazon Prime if anyone's interested, and yeah, it's quite a lot of fun nostalgia watching that.
Do you know what it's called?
Something like the Rubber Keyed Wonder or something like that.
Okay.
I'll pull it up. Hang on. While we're talking about these things.
I'd be interested to see that.
Yeah.
Just having a look at the Golden Axe walkthrough for the ZX Spectrum now.
Okay. Well, yeah. I never played it on the Spectrum.
Did you have a Spectrum?
Yeah.
Which one?
Oh, I had the 128.
Ah, posh boy, is it?
Well, apparently.
I had the
48K.
I also had the 48.
Oh, yeah, it is actually called the Rubber Keyed Wonder.
Okay.
Brilliant. I'll have a look for that.
Yes,
to be fair, for a Specky, this is not too bad, having a look at the walkthrough. The dragon is in it.
Hmm?
Someone rides it around. It's a fire-breathing dragon.
No. You throw the potion down, and then this big dragon's head comes out the corner of the screen and blows everything up.
Oh, yes, they do have that as well.
Briefs the place. So
less
what is this
impressive
again with the magic lamp? How did we...
With magic axe I think we got it.
Oh,
we got
the magic
axe via a magic axe.
Yes. Okay.
Yeah, but
I'd like to say one or two. Go ahead, Darren.
No.
Two more things.
The reason I mentioned that was that seems to be the story. So Lotus Lamp have used artistic license, whereas I think the core story, or the core myth, or the core folktale, whatever the hell it is he goes and sees the sage.
Mm-hmm.
Gets a specific magic weapon, which is an axe, and then chops a mountain in half.
Yeah.
Which is why the mountain looks like that in real life.
Right.
That's the point of the tale. Yeah.
Yeah. I felt that this one maybe hewed a bit closer as well. I think I did read. I found like a simple version of the story for kids. You know, there's like that stuff is on YouTube and things. Because it does seem to be a fairly well known little myth. For sure. I thought that the emotional beats hit harder in this. I felt I cared more about the whole thing. I felt more invested. And I also noticed, like, am I wrong in thinking that, like, so in the version we watched before, Cheng Pei Pei stays loyal. Like she doesn't get, well, he doesn't get married again. Like the scholar doesn't get married again and doesn't have, like, he ends up kind of joining another family, and then like the young Lindai male boy, whatever, he has a kind of a half brother, but it's not an actual blood brother.
Yeah.
All that's different in this version. This version, he actually marries another woman and has a child with that other woman, and then at the end of the story, like the mountain goddess kind of nods down and almost agrees with her shitty brother that, like, yeah, actually, really, the celestial beings shouldn't have relationships with mortals, and that's fine. And then she ascends into heaven with the sun, none of which I think happened at the end of the other version that we watched.
No, it didn't. No. Yeah, in the Lotus Lamp, I think they just went off. The gods went off, and then the kid lives like a normal human life.
Yeah,
I think. Yeah.
Yes, and possibly even the family's put back. I can't remember if the family's put back together again.
Possibly. But in this, they're specifically the kid is specifically deified.
He becomes a demigod or a god. Yeah.
And in the other film,
the lamp is a lot less chintzy looking in this video.
It's a fucking disco ball.
Yeah, but it's still.
How was that less chintzy?
But the other one, I think
they had scratch lines on the celluloid for the other one.
In the Shaw one, there was a gap between everything else looking quite opulent and then just that flashing thing. And So this just seemed a bit more of a piece, I think.
Yeah.
Definitely not our lead actor in any of the fight scenes. Like, kind of enjoyably just like paying attention to like, yeah, oh, that's definitely not her doing those backflips and that, the ass kicking and stuff.
Yeah.
But the fights they were all fine. I mean, as I said, I overall, I think this one has the edge on the Linda Lindai version.
I don't know. I think they're both pretty good, actually. I think I would say they're both worth watching. This seems a bit
you
more
want to see the part where
classic.
they all jump headfirst into the giant.
Yeah, it's missing that. But I can see how at the time as well, I can see why the Shaw one would have been a bit more of a, revelation, being in color and all that and stuff. But yes, time has been very kind to the other one. I think it being in black and white as well, looking very kind of classic and vintage. And no, but they are both they're both very good. The 63 Lotus lamp is, so we had to watch it without the benefit of subtitles. It's up on YouTube, and also it seems to be cut off at the end. It's not the whole thing, despite running 140 minutes. I don't know how long the whole, I don't know how much is missing. I'd guess at least it must be 3 hours, I think.
I think so too, yeah.
But that's a lot closer to it's almost a filmed stage play, isn't it?
It looks like, exactly.
Yeah. Well, and it's a Cantonese opera as well, which we haven't seen before.
Yes, and it just seems very. It's almost like a document of what it might have been like to go and see it, isn't it?
Yes.
So it's still got special effects. It's still got,
Yeah, it has value, and I think if it was subtitled, I might give it another go. But for the time being, it's just kind of a bit of a curiosity. Put it on for a little bit, just because it's all. You won't be shocked, apart from the ratty heavenly dog. That's worth a look. But you watch the first 5 minutes or whatever. That's about the tone of it throughout, right? And nothing is going to change massively. So so it's worth a look. But until someone properly restores it at full length with subtitles, you can probably give it a miss for the time being.
Yeah.
So we all lamped out, or?
Well, I was going to say there is a point where it says across the top of this mountainside, it says Heavenly Cave of the Thunderman, which is what I call my asshole.
Very good.
Okay. Well done.
I think we're
good for you.
I think we're good. Onto
I just call mine Herdman.
Oh, yeah,
that's quite nice as well.
Yeah. I can't stop thinking about your asshole now for some reason, Nick, and I'm not sure I'm grateful for that.
Business as usual, then.
All right. So, what are we talking about
Made
now?
a rod for my own back on that one, didn't I? Yes.
So, our compare is Darren. So, Darren, what are we talking about?
Let us push Nick's asshole out of our mind.
Yes.
Momentarily.
I'm doing my best, but it's quite succulent.
It does loom large.
It does, yes.
With those spidery tendrils,
magic
ones among them.
The chocolate fish, yes.
Yes. Right. Next, Story in Red Temple Lily.
Yep.
What the fuck is going on?
Weird title.
What is happening? I have never been so confused at what probably is a fairly simple story, but I don't know if it's because it feels like so much of the dialogue has just been made up on the spot.
Yeah.
The other thing as well is we've watched 3 Wang Yu films, Burning Paradise, this, and Red Lotus. I still don't really have an idea what the fuck the Red Lotus Temple story is at all.
No. Because they're all very different from each other. There's not.
I tried to research and I found all this stuff about, like at a certain point you had what was called the White Lotus cult, but that was basically like a a kind of catch-all name from all kind of anti-dynastic rebels at a certain point, and then a spin-off from the White Lotus would be called the Red Lotus, and then so there's something happened at some point, and there was a bunch of people who identified as a Red Lotus cult, and they were villainous in some way. But again, they could have been painted villainous.
Yeah.
Were actually rebellious as opposed to, but politically they've been turned into villains historically, and a temple burnt. But that's all I'm kind of sure of having happened, if it happened at all.
Yeah. But also in every iteration that we've seen of this, and as you just described, we've seen quite a few by this point.
Considering we still don't know what it is, it's quite remarkable how many.
No, but the one thing every single story's got in common is it's a standard Shaolin type temple that then gets overtaken by villains.
Yes.
And the villains aren't the monks. The villains,
well, I think that's the bit
imprison the monks. So
I think that's the bit that's fascinating, that the layers of history have kind of obscured, right? Because I'm thinking, depending on, we talked about this before, and how tales morph over time, and then depending on who tells them. So, and then of course other people might try and rescue people's reputation. So I get the feeling that it's either the monks are very much the villains, or, oh no, we don't want the monks to be villains, so let's pretend the temple was taken over by villains pretending to be monks. If you see what I mean. And and who knows in the first place if it was actually villainous monks or vilified monks, or it's very difficult. I think you'd have to have a really deep understanding of Chinese history and how the dynastic kind of to and fro, and then you could probably, and you'd have to be able to read in Chinese, and then you'd probably be able to break certain coded language, and then you might be able to get to the bottom of it. But the chances of us three pale faces doing that are slim to none, I think. But if anyone really does know, I really would love to know what because it's not a coincidence that we have this story told so many times. It's not just, I don't think it's just films copying other films.
So there's the novel. And
there's a novel, but again, that novel, I feel, is kind of like, in the same way as Bram Stoker's Dracula is a spin-off, like hundreds of years of vampire mythology. I feel it's like that, it's like it's an text, but it's not the real text, if you see what I mean.
And we have the 27-hour-long serial, right? Which was destroyed.
Which is, no longer available, unfortunately. But looks kind of cool.
Oh, that's a shame.
Well, apparently the Kuomintang. I don't know. That's the one that I shared the lobby card on.
Oh, that's the
Darren with the
that one.
Laser,
that's my
screen. Oh no, I'm into that then. Okay.
But so this is the whole thing about the Kuomintang banning all wuxia films because they saw them as being inciting anarchy and rebellion.
Well, that's the thing. That's a perfect example. I think that's like a relatively recent example of exactly what I'm talking about. Like that's been going on for centuries, right? And that's just a relatively recent iteration of. So it is properly fascinating, but beyond the likes of us, maybe to figure.
But I was interested to see that in the few images that exist from the film. Yeah, it definitely seems to have a much more like Taiwanese laser battles thing going on in that much older, that 1930s version, maybe even more than the Shaw Brothers version, which is pretty light on the magic, other than maybe having Scarlet Maid hop down that mountain as a little model at one point.
But that's kung fu. That's wuxia kung fu. I think there's a reasonable difference between wuxia fu and Taoist laser beams.
Right.
Yeah.
And which seems to be with Yeah.
It's how you could interpret the story. Is it a down-to-earth historical? Is it a fantasy? Is it, you know?
Yeah.
But anyway, story in Temple Red Lily.
Before we get onto that, sorry, Clivo.
That's right.
I thought it would be worthwhile talking about cast and crew, simply because we're in more familiar territory. Certainly, if you're into the Fu genre. So, Carl Kiao Chang Lin is the man who directed Moonlight Sword and Jade Lion, which is shit. Don't remember that being any good.
I don't even remember if I've seen it. I think I have.
And Angela Mao, possibly Tan Tao Liang, I'm not sure.
Okay.
Yeah, it's one of the more boring Angela Mao films, anyway.
It takes a lot to make Angela Mao boring.
Agreed. Choreographed by Ko Pao, who wasn't on my radar, but he directed Shaolin Iron Claws, which is a top film.
Oh, yeah.
Ninja Kids, and one of the choreographers on The Traitorous.
All right.
So we're not. I know we're not on Echafus, but it's worth the mention.
Yes, yeah. No, I should mention as well. Before I forget that both this and Red Lotus Temple on Fire have pretty much the same title, original title as Burning Paradise does. Except that Red Lotus Temple puts a Shin or new in front of it, but it's basically the same. Not story in Temple Red Lily.
Yeah. What the fuck is that?
Is a lily a lotus? Are they?
I think a lotus is a river flower, isn't it? It's a water flower.
Yeah.
I think.
But it looks kind of like lily-like.
No, but a lily is like cup-shaped, whereas it's like a hollow flower, isn't it?
But I can see them being related somehow, maybe in the flower world.
Yeah, they are definitely both flowers.
That's for sure. No, hang on, it's going to turn out now that it's not. And the lily
it's a fucking
fruit.
lizard or something. So, and some familiar faces, again, if you're into Kung Fu.
Yes.
Some very familiar faces in here. Tan Tao Liang, Judy Lee, Lung Fei, Ricky Chentin Cheese in there somewhere.
Well, it's funny, isn't it? Judy Lee and Tan Tao Liang are kind of top billed, but they're not really in it much. The star
they get going towards the end, don't they? But,
the star is Tung Lee, isn't it? Who is the actual star of it.
And they have fucked with the plot on this one as well. At least in the dubbed version that I watched. Did we all watch the same version?
Yes.
I watched the dubbed version, yes.
With a very confusing dub.
Oh, fuck.
Which I remember the first time watching it as well. I don't really know what's going on in this film, to be honest with you.
Me neither. Because there's a baron in it and there's a prince in it. Where the fucking prince come from?
Yeah, there's a villainous llama.
Yeah.
And they're the ones who take over. And there's traps again.
Only a few traps, not many. There's a nice big guillotine in it.
The extra wrinkle that this has, the best thing about it is there's monks with big bells on chains.
When they came out the water, I thought flying guillotines.
Well, I tell you, the bells, those exactly the same bells, they're also in that film, The Eagle King. Do you remember that?
Oh, okay.
Which is another Taiwanese thing from around the same time. You got monks with bells in that as well.
Oh, okay. Yeah, but when they first come out the water, they look almost exactly the same as the flying guillotines in Fatal Flying Guillotine.
Yes.
And because I haven't seen this before.
Fatal Flying Guillotine has got the cool... Got that big
buckets.
Cool one. Yeah. Not like... I don't like the folded travel version. I know it's more, handy for going around rather than carrying a big bell.
Well, no...
But the big bell is cool.
I like the big buckets, but the best flying guillotine, we've spoken about this before, in my opinion, the best flying guillotine is the fold-up one. Because it's
from
red.
A practical point of view, yes.
No, I think visually it's the best one.
Two huge hovering ones with the fucking blenders in them. from Fatal Flying Guillotines are cool as fuck.
Yeah, we've never reviewed that film. We need to get on that.
We were going to do a Flying Guillotine special, and
yeah,
but it was kind of like the Hoppers. It turned out there's like 5,000 of them or something when you go look into them, and you don't know where to find them until you see them, right? Because they'll be hidden in some film that is just a generic title like Kung Fu Vengeance, and then it turns out, fucking hell, this thing's got flying guillotines and men in ape costumes, and but you wouldn't know until you press play, right?
No, exactly. Yeah, like Shaolin Invincibles is a good example of that, isn't it? It's admittedly the box does have. You see the cartoon one with Jude Lee fighting the gorillas on the box, but had you only seen the title, you would just gloss past it.
Exactly. We only, because it's in Mondo Cabra, someone else saw it ahead of us, so let us know, so we knew it was like notorious, right? But yes, there's others. There's another good one. If Toby hadn't clued us into it, would we have expected Zodiac fighters to be that fucking bonkers?
Yeah. No. Yeah. That needs to be on a list somewhere as well, doesn't it?
Yes.
Yeah. We'll have Nick on for Zodiac fighters. Yeah. So the plot, such as it is pretty much incomprehensible to me, or just a little bit boring.
Both
for the first hour or so.
Yeah.
There's a baron, there's a prince. They've got to protect the prince. Judy Lee and Tan Tao Liang are hardly in it, and they're kind of the main draw.
Nice to see Judy Lee. It's funny, Judy Lee, big fan of Judy Lee, but I hadn't seen a Judy Lee thing for a while. But there's some more Judy Lee on the way, Echafu's fans. But fuck yeah, God, I love Judy Lee. I'd forgotten.
You know what? Angela Mao is always going to be my number one, right?
Oh yeah.
And Angela Mao gets this, like, you can see the red mist come over Angela Mao in certain fights, right? You can see
Angela there's meow, as I like to call her.
But you can see the red mist come down on Angela Mao, and like when she's mid-fight and she looks at you, and it's like, ooh, not going to fuck with you. Well, Judy Lee does that better, in my opinion. Judy Lee is the meanest of them all, in my opinion.
Yeah, because Angela Mao can't help being super cute even when she does that, right? So it's not her fault.
No, but Judy Lee's scary when she's mid-fight.
Watch out if you're a gorilla.
This is it. And she's the Red Maid, but she didn't really have a lot to do. She kind of there at the beginning and then hardly there. And then the first hour are kind of fairly boring kind of skirmishes with not a lot of distinguishing action, if you know what I mean. It's all fine, but it's all in service to a plot that I didn't really fucking care about. And then Tan Tao Liang, Judy Lee, and the kid shows up, because I forgot about the kid. And the kid fights with a ring.
Yeah.
Big fans of the ring.
Yeah.
Not your arsehole, Nick.
No, well,
Well, that included.
Well, yes. And then it kicks into a higher gear. You get some traps. There's a big fight at the end. Lung Fei's kicking about throughout the whole film. He's all right. He's Lung Fei. And then you get the eagle action at the end.
Who's the drunk?
Oh yeah, that is Su Chen Ping.
Yeah. I don't know what he's doing, but at least when my attention kind of came back sometimes. So I was like, oh, he's doing something slightly fun.
Also predates Drunken Master.
Okay.
As a trope. Predates Drunken Master and Weapons of the East, not Heroes of the East. Film.
Shaolin Challenges Ninja?
Yes, Shaolin Challenges Ninja.
Right.
because that's got some drunken master action in it as well, isn't it?
Right, right.
So this is 76. So having that trope of the drunken martial expert
Mhm.
making fools out of people and pretending to bumble about, that seems to be an early iteration of that, unless we're missing something maybe from the Wong Fei-hung films or something.
Mhm.
Well,
that
yeah, because
seems
that's
to be-
always been the slight mystery, to me at least, it is whether Jackie just fused together Wong Fei-hung and the drunken thing, or if there's something a bit more to that, if it's actually part of the Wong Fei-hung
Well, I think
mythos,
I think probably Yin Wu-ping is probably the author of that rather than Jackie, I would say.
Yeah, but still, it's still case in point.
But also,
2 years later, so yeah.
Oh yeah. But Yin Wu-ping also, you know, is the son of Yin Su-tin, who's in the Wong Fei-hung films, right? So he may have got it from his dad, who may have performed it himself.
Well, it's interesting as well. You wonder if that's something, if that's like you said, it's all like an oral tradition as opposed to something that was written down in stone somewhere. Like if you were to follow the official record, if there's such a thing, that wouldn't come up. But there's, I don't know, gossip almost about either Wong Fei-hung himself or some Wong Fei-hung associate or some period. And it's fascinating, isn't it, to think that that might be like a really kind of weird mutation of something as simple as, you know, for a while there, Wong Fei-hung hit the bottle.
Yeah.
And somehow that's turned into some kind of weird, almost mythical shape, you know, creation.
Well, because there is a real thing. Drunken boxing is actually a real kind of
concept. Well, but I'm still not exactly sure what the origins of it are. Do you know what I mean? Like,
no.
There's also a bunch of spaghetti westerns that have very drunk characters who are expert shots and are even better when they're drunk than when they're sober, and they date from the 60s. So whether or not there's any cross-pollination there, I don't know.
Yeah, you never know, because the more you dig in there as well, it's surprising, isn't there, that there are films that are forgotten now, but were pretty good box office then, and in parts of the world that you wouldn't expect. Like you never opened in the UK and America, but it was like the sensational hit in Cameroon or something.
Right.
Yeah,
or, you know, Sri Lankans loved their but it's Massacre Time. Lucio Fulci's film Massacre Time has not Franco Nero, whoever the other one is.
Fabio Testi.
No, it's
a horror.
The guy from Day of Anger, isn't it?
No, it's George Hilton.
Is it?
George Hilton. So it's Franco Nero plays one of the two roles, and George Hilton plays the other one. And Hilton's character is a constantly drunk, and he hangs off the side of a horse. But then he's a crack shot, and he's like drunken master of the Old West. It's actually, I mean, it's one of the better, certainly one of Fulci's best spaghetti westerns.
He's done it again. He's slipped some spaghetti western.
Well, it's all right. I don't mind that because it's Fulci and I love Fulci, so I don't mind talking about Fulci.
You can get Thomas Milian in before.
Not yet. But I do want to talk about
Fabio Testi in. So I slipped Fabio Testi in under the radar.
I want to talk about that bird. I want to talk about that. That looks like it was robbed from a school playground, or maybe like a place where, like, you'd have a ride. You know, you'd sit on the bird, like you sit on the elephant bird or whatever, and go around in a circle, and you put your 10p in. Like, that's what it looks like.
What the fuck is the elephant bird?
Yeah,
10 pence.
The words right out of my asshole.
No, go back and watch those things. There's one part where, like, the older master guy flies in on it later on, not the kid. The kid flies off.
No, we're not questioning your memory.
No, we know what happens in the film.
No, I'm saying in the film
it looks elephant bird.
In that section, it looks like a Dumbo thing that's like they've actually draped something over the head so you can't see that it's not properly a bird in that scene.
Or elephant bird.
Or I think it's an elephant bird of some kind.
Okay.
Fairly
tell by the trunk, apparently.
Darren,
do you think it's an African or an Indian elephant bird?
They had them in Ireland.
Oh, yes.
They didn't have them in Wales. That's what it was.
Oh, right.
Yeah.
No, it's a uniquely Irish phenomenon, the elephant bird.
Yeah.
They live in the bogs. You know, they eat turf mostly. Anyhow, yeah, but what the fuck is that? That's so. I mean, it definitely makes you sit up and pay attention when that thing shows up.
That's my favourite bit of the film.
Yeah, I think mine too.
Yeah.
So
But
you didn't have
there's not much else to write home about.
You didn't have, right, Nick, in Wales we had camel pigeons. You probably have never seen one of them, have you?
No.
No, sadly not.
They're beautiful.
Do they now one hump or two?
Two.
Oh yes, okay.
Yeah.
One between each wing, see? Wings go between.
Yes,
Yeah.
of course.
Yeah. That's where they store their fat for the winter.
Are we done with this thing that made no sense? Where half the dialogue was things like people saying like, should I tell the Baron? I think we should tell the Baron. No, we won't tell the Baron. Like it's like they were just filling time with most of the.
There's a lot of a point you mentioned as well in the text message as well. There's the dubbing. There's a lot of non sequiturs in the dialogue. Like there'll be like it'll seem like an important thing. Like there's like there's like a banquet laid out or something, and some people sitting there, and then some people will come down and they'll sit down and they go, "So, did you sort out that thing?" "No." "Oh well." And they get up. There's a lot of shit like that. Not quite like because it's because the dialogue is so mundane. Like if they said something really bananas, you'd notice like, fuck, this is a weird dub. But because it's all mundanities, you only notice until about halfway through the film. You're like, hang on. What are they talking about? Like, no one's saying anything.
No, I feel like they didn't have access to an actual Chinese script, and that they just said to the guy, "Look, make your best guesses, fill the time."
Yeah.
Go.
Well, because also it seems to be more or less following the trajectory of the Red Lotus film, right? The trilogy of films that we watched at Shaw's. It's got the same characters in, right? It's got the little kid, it's got the red maid, it's got presumably, Tan Tao Yang is Guang Yu, right? And it's vaguely following that trajectory, and yet the dialogue seems to indicate there's a fucking prince and a baron and not gangsters and martial families, martial clans, and they don't seem to be delineated either. So, like, the little kid in this, according to the dub, is the Red Maid's son.
Yes, and that's
whereas in the story, it's the daughter of another family.
Yes, but that's also true in both this and in the next one. Because it was really foul mouthed in the next one. The kid.
Let's get on to the next one then.
Yes, let's do that. Yeah.
Red Lotus Temple on Fire from 1982, Taiwanese. Now this is more like it.
Yes.
Yeah.
Again,
so I mean, this hasn't got fucking much to do with the Red Lotus Temple, to be fair.
No, but at least I could follow the story.
Yes.
And it's got laser beams.
It does. Yep.
Yeah.
And it's got rapey, evil monks whipping women.
Yes. Yeah, that's
no nudity, sadly, but still always good to see some
Lung Fei's kicking about again.
Yeah. Always
it's got a red wizard, and a blue wizard. Both have a lot of manic panic in their beards and hair. And they get into a great magic battle at the end where they open their mouths and fire like laser scimitars out of their mouths at each other, and they float around. Cool. And then at one point they kind of float along the ground on sort of little, like, I don't know what, laser magic carpets.
We watched this on Wu-Tang Collections. That seems to be from a Japanese subtitled VHS or something.
They put nice, big, readable subtitles over the top of that. It's not one of those ones where you're squinting or anything like that to make out. Right. There's a piece of Ennio Morricone tension music played all the way through the film that's driving me mad because I can't identify which fucking movie it's from, but it's for me, very recognizable. And then some nice electronic kind of like synthy music over some of the fight scenes as well. So good choices for whoever put the soundtrack together. And then Scarlet Maid is not Scarlet Maid because she's not even a maid. She's had a kid, so she's like Red Auntie in this one.
Yeah, yeah.
And her kid is real snotty and does a lot of telling people they're shitty bitches and stuff like that.
Yes.
Which is lots of fun.
You got played by Elsa Young, right? Who the same year as this was in Golden Queen's Commando, which is
always fun.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There's some
skeleton masks in this. Skeleton
oh shit!
masks.
Yes. In fact, no. Better than that. So when that skeleton first appears, so it's the scene where the kid's creeping around, and there's the big bell that one of our main characters is trapped inside, and they do a whole like Man Behind the Sun thing in there with him. But no, there's like a proper plastic skeleton that kind of just goes beep beep and like appears, and then it transforms into a guy in the Misfits.
I like how you call that a proper skeleton.
A proper plastic skeleton.
Beep, beep. Just like proper skeletons. Yes. Yes, quite right. He turns into the Crimson Avenger
Ghost.
or whatever the fuck.
Yes.
Ghost, so the kid as well, the swearing kid, which Aud Doti, he's one of the Thunder Kids in whatever became Thunder Kids 4. And he was quite famous. Him and another kid, they were in a few like Kung Fu Kids films, and also the star of a film I'm keen to see from 1983, Magic BMX.
That does sound pretty good.
I'm interested in Magic BMX.
Yeah, we all are, Darren.
Yes. Now, can we acquire it, please? And
I'll look.
I'll review it.
I'll check the usual places.
We got Wei Ping Ao as well. Always good to see Wei Ping Ao.
Yeah.
Who's playing the sexy witch? You know, who traps our lead and
the one who turns up like just in the beginning of the end.
No, the one who like shrinks him down at one point and sticks in between her tits. Is a great scene.
Pearl Cheng, that is.
Oh, that is Pearl Cheng. Okay.
Well, yeah, but she only turns. She's barely in it. So Pearl Cheng's the
she's in it a fair bit.
She's in it and she turns up. No, hang on now, because
this was a bit confusing to me too.
This is she takes a fancy to Meng Fei, doesn't she?
Oh, that's is that Pang Ying Yi?
Might be.
Yes.
Yes. Sorry.
Okay.
Yeah.
No, Pearl Chang's the one.
Yeah, she's the wholesome girlfriend.
And turns out, Sorry. Super cool. And she would have been in Wolf Devil. She would have directed Wolf Devil Woman.
Yeah.
Same year as this. We should do a Pearl Chung special at some point as well.
I'm into that.
I think Wolf Devil Woman has hoppers in it. I think we have to add that to our other thing.
Does it have hoppers?
I believe it does.
I'm gonna have a look at my review here.
I'm fairly certain that when I was doing my research.
Okay.
Any excuse to watch Wolf Devil Woman.
Yeah. Oh yeah. While you're doing that though, one thing I particularly and this is quite unusual for me because I fucking hate Meng Fei. I don't know why.
Just to interrupt you, Darren.
Gets on my tits. Yes.
Nick is correct. Checking my old review. There's hopping vampires in it. It's on the list. Okay. Yes, we're talking about Wolf Devil Woman. Brilliant. Well done, Nick.
Excellent. Right. But what I really like about this is, in wuxia films and in, especially the 60s stuff, people are kind of super powered, right? They're not really kung fu experts or weapons experts. They're kind of superheroes, right? In this, they're super duper heroes who can just like fucking teleport and like, and just like throw fucking lightning bolts at their hands, and it's proper fantasy territory, and it's wall to wall as well. So there's probably not 10 minutes of this film where there's not some sort of fucking laser beam or something shooting out to someone, or they're getting shrunk, or they're floating or teleporting or something deity shit. So yeah, I just started.
Directed by Yuhan Shang. Quite a prolific fellow. Directed 76 films from 61 to 85, including something called Chinese Evil Technique.
Yes.
He also did the Dwarf Sorcerer.
I saw that. Yeah. Tai Chi Shadow Boxing, which is, I think, the only other film of his I've seen.
Yes, with Jackie Chen, right?
Yeah.
Something called Mysterious Snake Woman.
Yeah, I keep coming across that one. I think that keeps ringing a bell with me. Not that I've seen
Husband.
Yeah.
Lots of interesting sounding things that sound a bit magic-y.
So I definitely, my takeaway from this is that I definitely need to see far more Taiwanese. I think Clive and I were talking about Mexican wrestling films, and I realize I think Mexican wrestling films, or just Mexican cinema in general, and Taiwanese cinema are two places that I need to do a much deeper exploration of, I think. Because every time I see them, like I was saying about the Mexican stuff, it all seems psychotronic to me. Like, I don't think they made normal films in Mexico. And I feel like the same is true maybe of Taiwan, that whatever you watch is going to be off in some really interesting way. I have a theory as well about why this red Lotus Temple keeps burning down. It's always built out of cornflake boxes, from what I can see. It's highly, highly flammable. Yeah, I mean, particularly the ones in these two are hilariously not real in terms of the model work. Also, the one just before the red, whatever the fuck, red lily has these walls in it that look, I don't know what the hell they're made of, but like they're so not brick that they're like almost peeling off when the guy tries to climb up them.
Yeah.
But this one's a little bit better on that regard. But still, when we get to the burning of the temple, we're suddenly in very, very sub-Godzilla territory in terms of model work.
Oh yeah.
To your point as well, Nick, I can imagine that the Taiwanese like version of The Social Network or something would just have a giant flying toad in it or something.
Exactly.
For no good reason.
Yes. Zuckerberg's brother.
Yeah.
But
I mean, this is a good laugh. It's I can't say it's the most enjoyable of the Taiwan fantasy.
No,
films
it's definitely
that I've
the
seen.
most enjoyable of the Red Lotus Temple films we watched.
Yes.
I think.
Yeah. And as I said before, I think it might be the most accurate to the original 27-hour long. Based on those shots, those still shots of it being a wizard battle kind of a thing. This really feels much more like that, much more fantasy based than any of the other versions.
Yeah, this is out and out fantasy. I mean, if you didn't know, if you didn't know this was about the Red Lotus Temple, you would take it for any other Taiwan fantasy film at the time.
Right.
There's not a lot really to associate it with Red Lotus Temple, right?
Yeah. And you don't have to wonder. Yeah, the more. I remember. Yeah, years ago, you see a couple here and there, and then you realize after years of watching, and there's dozens and dozens of these batshit. Because this is relatively restrained compared to some other.
Yeah.
You do have to start wondering.
It's run of the mill.
Yeah,
right? It's run of the mill for that genre.
What the fuck is in the water in Taiwan that this is a run of the mill Taiwanese fantasy film?
Yeah,
I've never been to Taiwan. I really should go there and see.
I would very much like to go to Taiwan. Yeah. But
when you come tell you what, Darren, when you finally come and visit me,
I know.
maybe I'll meet you en route. You stop over in Taiwan, I'll go over, and then we can come back here together or something.
All right. We'll have a night out in Taipei. Yeah, cool. Anyway, so but you're right though, because this is us lot having seen a bunch of these now, right, in this fantasy genre. It's like, it's not the best one, it's all right. But if you were introducing this to someone else, said, right, I've got this film, it's not that good in terms of the genre. We stick it on, see what you think. And someone new to this sort of shit is gonna go, there's laser beams, there's a fucking animated eagle, someone's trapped in a bell, someone got strung. There's a fucking skeleton.
Because I'm wondering if it's to do with that there isn't like really good versions you can show people on like a disc or something, and you can hand something to someone. Because yeah, it's interesting, isn't it? Because you have all these people, for instance, our age and younger, who fetishize 80s stuff, for example, right? Let's take, for example, like Masters of the Universe or something, right? There's all these people who fetishize this stuff. And I've always felt, and I think Darren agrees with me, even as we were growing up through that stuff in the 80s, in general, there's some good ones, but in general, we found it wanting. Like, we were always slightly cynical about things that our peers seem to be losing their shit about. And even more so now, when you get younger people who have this nostalgia for something they didn't live through, and they're like, oh, the 80s, they were so... And the thing is, okay, fair enough, I get that, but look at this actually delivers all that... A lot of that 80s stuff, there's a lot of goodwill. I want it to be better, but it's not quite that budget. And I'm always like, you don't have to be doing that. That stuff exists, except it doesn't exist in the English language. It exists somewhere else, and it's more obscure. But if you make the effort, the real deal, the real McCoy is out there.
So, you know, would you rather watch one of these, or go back to, I don't know, something like Dragon Slayer or Willow, or
exactly, like
any one of those films, which are ultimately really fucking disappointing if you go back to them.
There's no need for this special pleading. There's a whole world of really good shit out there. You just have to, you know,
go watch Kung Fu Wonder Child. Go watch Holy Flame: The Martial World. You know, Battle Wizard.
There's no wonder, once you know about that stuff, there's no wonder I tell you to shove your Return of the Jedi up your ass, right?
Fair.
Anyway, that's enough for this episode, I think. Glad I managed to shoehorn one Star Wars insulted at the end. It's always good.
I shoehorned a fart in there, so that's good.
If you spotted us, don't forget, send us the timestamp. If you're correct, you'll get the Panda Pop with Darren's fart.
Hang on, Darren, do you need a shoehorn to get them out? Is that you wedge it in there to kind of it doesn't very tight.
At my age, it does need some leverage.
Right.
Yeah, I need a fulcrum. You know.
Yes, yeah.
That's like Pythagoras. Was it Pythagoras that destroyed that fleet with a lever? It was, wasn't it?
Yeah, it was.
Yeah. My arsehole needs a lot of Pythagoras.
That's good. Now I know why you own a shoehorn, because no one actually uses it to put shoes on anymore. It has a new utility. Right.
That's why it's got two ends. Use the little end. Use the little end, the tapered end for bums, and use the broad end for shoes.
Like we said,
that's the real reason to own shoes.
Like we said, this is why we like to show our fallibility, so our highbrow chats don't go over your head. Until next time. Toodaloo.
Bye-bye.